Lesson 5, A Different Kind of School by Evil Lucas. Class 6 NCERT book Honeysuckle. About the writer Evil Lucas. Evil Lucas is the writer of the lesson A Different Kind of School. He was born on 12 June 1868 in London. He was an English poet, essayist, novelist, short story writer, and editor. Now let's begin with the story. I had heard a great deal about Miss Beam's school, but not till last week did the chance come to visit it. When I arrived, there was no one in sight but a girl of about 12. Her eyes were covered with bandage, and she was being led carefully between the flower beds by a little boy who was about 4 years younger. She stopped, and it looked like she asked him who had come. It seemed to be describing me to her. Then they passed on. Miss Beam was all that I expected. Middle-aged, full of authority, and yet kindly and understanding. Her hair was being turned grey, and she had the kind of plump figure that is likely to be comforting to a homesick child. I asked her about her teaching method, when I had heard was simple but unusual. No more than is needed to help them to learn how to do things. Simple spelling, adding, subtracting, multiplying and writing. The rest is done by reading to them and by interesting talks, during which they have to sit still and keep their hands quiet. There are particularly no other lessons. The real aim of school is not so much to teach thoughtfulness as to teach thoughtfulness, kindness to others, and being responsible citizens. Citizens. Look out of the window a minute, will you? I went to the window, which overlooked a large garden and a playground at the back. Then I speak. I see a beautiful ground with many jolly children, but they don't look healthy either. I saw a little girl being led about. She had some trouble with her eyes. Now I see two more with the same difficulty, and there is a girl with a crutch watching others play. She looks like a hopeless cripple. Oh no, she's not really lame, it's only her lame day. The others are not blind either, it's only their blind day. This is a very important part of our system to make our children appreciate and understand misfortune. We make them share in misfortune too, which each term every child has one blind day, one lame day, one deaf day, one hindrance day, and one dumb day. During the blind day, their eyes are covered with bandages absolutely, and they are on their honor not to peek. The bandage is put on overnight so they wake up blind. This means they need help with everything. The other children are given the duty of helping them and leading them about. They all learn so much this way, both blind and the helpers. There is no mystery about it. Everyone is very kind and it's really something of a game. Before the day is over, thought even the most thoughtless child realize what is misfortune. Miss Beam led me to one of the bandaged girl. And I asked, do you ever peek? That would be cheating. But I had no idea. It was so awful to be blind. You can't see a thing and you feel you are going to be hit by something every moment. Such a relief just to sit down. So now there are some vocabulary for you. Sorry. Let's continue with the story. Are your helpers kind to you? Fairly, but they are not as careful as I shall be when it's my turn. Those that have been blind already are the best helper. It's perfectly guested not to see. I wish you'd try. Oh, yes. Shall I lead you anyway? Oh, yes, let's go for a little walk. Only you must tell me about the thing. I shall be so glad when today is over. The other bad days can't be half as bad as this. Having a leg tied up and hopping about on a crutch is almost fun, I guess. Having an arm tied up is a bit more troublesome. But because you can't eat without help and things like that, I don't think I'll mind being deaf for a day. At least, not much. But being blind is so frightening. My head aches all the time just from worrying that I'll get hurt. Where are we now? Where are we now? We are in the garden, rose garden. And can you see who is there near the bushes? It's Anne girl with her curly hair. I think it's Millie. She has curly hairs. Um, there is a gardener also. Oh, the gardener always make the plants so beautiful when it's my day to help others. The best part is to see the flowers with them. And so I discovered that after talking this girl, I am more thoughtful than I ever thought. Vocabulary. Word lame, a person who is unable to walk. Word crutch, a wooden support used by lame people while walking. Cripple, disabled, jolly, happy, cheerful. Misfortune, bad luck. Willpower, firm determination to do something. Ghastly, horrible. Thoughtless, not very caring. Homesick, wanting to be home. Missing home. Appreciate, understanding the difficulties, understanding the value of something. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed the story, then please like this video, subscribe to my channel and press the notification bell so you get my daily updates.